everybody, I'm back with another video for you on this beautiful Friday afternoon here. Could be morning, afternoon, whatever, doesn't matter, we're here. We are here today with a team talk, and it's a pretty good one. I made up this one, no requests, nothing. I just said I wanted to do this video. That's why I don't have a sheet of paper, because I don't have a sheet of paper today. This is coming off of my top of my head and basically how I feel about it. So, we got a team talk for you today about professional anglers in their tin boats and winning tournaments. That's what we have a video today for. But before I get to that, make sure you remember to go check out the Speed Money t-shirt edition. And it's up here right now, Jordan. Look, see, I'm getting good at this shit. See, huh? It's up here, it's right here. Yeah, so it's up there. Make sure you click on that, go check that out. Make sure you buy some of that stuff. By the way, I appreciate it because we are rolling. I mean, every day another one gets sold, another one gets sold, 2 get sold, 3 get sold. You people that are out of this country that are trying to get them, we are working on it, okay? We're working on it. We're trying to figure this out, how we can logistically get them here to get them to you, because it's a mess. It's a bigger mess than what Jordan and I figured out. Then when we sat down, it was like, so you guys that are out of this country, give us some time. We will get you some merch some way, shape, or form. We'll figure this out. We may be sending out some emails to you personally to try to see how we can do this shipping thing, okay? Maybe we'll just drop them on a boat and it'll float and maybe you'll get it. We could make our own little boat, Jordan, like a little wood boat and just give it a push.
A tin boat.
Tin boat, just like what they're fishing out of, just way smaller. Bunch of rivets, cross members, little silicone, bloop, send her on its way. We could do that, that's it. But let's get to the video, here we go. All right, so I'm talking today about tin boats in bass fishing tournaments, and I'm saying high, big tournaments, and how much I appreciate this, people. Yeah, that's right, you heard me say this, appreciate this. You know I'm not a tin guy, right? You know, I've said this time and time again, I am a glass guy. But this is cool to me. You want to know why it's cool to me? Because I feel that the industry itself needs to do this. Guys that are professionals that are getting in their boats to go fish for $100,000 plus, and they're getting in a tin boat and they're going and they're winning. I think we just had an MLF one by Keith, and we had the Bassmasters Classic won by Gustafson. So, and those are both tins. We got a Lund, a Gator Trex. You know how I feel about the Gator Trex boats. Gator Trex are awesome. They are the deal. The Lund I get a review on. Yeah, good boat, but it's lots of money, cash. So my thing here is that I look at what Keith did in the Gator Trex 18-footer with the 90. Yes, 18-footer with a 90 with a single unit up front, single unit at console, twin sticks. That's what I'm looking at. That's the boat I'm looking at right now. I'm not so much doing the Gus thing, but I'm doing if you're wondering what this is, I cut my finger off today, but it's not terrible, just a tip. It's fine, just a tip, if you know what I mean. Just the tip. But what I'm looking at here is I'm going back into high school now. I'm taking all these kids that are back in high school and college and how much they need to look at how good these guys are doing in these boats, okay? Because I've said it from time and time again that I don't know what the percentage is. It's kind of like the NBA at this point. Is it not? Like, you're working your ass off to get to the NBA, and what percentage makes it to the NBA, or what percentage makes it to the NFL? What percentage of fishermen, kids, are gonna make it to the pros? And when I say pros, I'm saying the big leagues, because that's where all you guys are going for. We know this. Everybody wants to be there. That's great. It's great to have that dream, but we see kids pull into this place with a $100,000 rig and a $60,000 pickup truck, and they're 18 years old or 19, 20 years old. Am I agreeing with it? If you can afford it, probably. If mom and dad are writing a check and you're going and you're going to do your best, but it's a dream at that point. And I think it just all boils down to when they're growing up and they're fishing with their dad and they're watching it on TV, they want to get in what they are seeing. You know, they want to get in that 20-foot Ranger, that 20-foot Nitro, that 20-foot Skeeter, you know, that those higher end boats, they want to be in that because they feel like that's what you have to do. And that's why this is so cool to me, for these guys to just go get them and go get them in a tin. I don't know. The boat that Keith has, I think Jordan and I were talking about that. That's got to be like a high 40s, $45,000 to $50,000 boat. New, that's new, and it's got a wedge, which is badass. Now I understand. I know everybody's gonna say, "Well, Keith wouldn't have made." Yeah, Keith would not have made it back probably fishing where he was fishing, getting his fish if it was a standard tournament, not an MLF style. But guys, there's kids around here that are fishing out of these boats, and they're not the greatest boat, but if you're gonna spend 50 on a used rig that I suppose you probably have problems with, that you probably don't get good electronics with, maybe you do get some good electronics, when you could probably get that boat for 50 brand new with warranty and just go fish. And you're not fishing, you guys aren't fishing like the BASS events that are high up, or the MLF events that are high up. You're fishing BFL. That's like a BFL. Gas is gonna be cheaper. You're not towing all that weight. Consumption of fuel and oil is gonna be cheaper. Insurance is gonna be cheaper. Everything gets better. It gets better. It gets more affordable, and it makes you enjoy what you're doing a lot more. And mom and dad aren't going 100% broke and mortgaging the house again for the second time to make it your dream. So I know we do have a lot of younger anglers and a lot of younger people that watch this, and you got to remember, it's not so much about what you're in. You know, it's just like, it's not what you wear, it's not what you're in, it's how you fish. It's you using your abilities to be the best that you can be. You don't need the Rangers that are behind me, or the Skeeters, or the whatever else is laying in this shop right now. But if you can do that and be successful, that's fine and be great. But the bottom line is I just love the fact that Keith went and did it with one unit and twin sticks and a tin boat. That is so cool to me. That is so cool to me. And there needs to be more guys like this. Or there needs to be more pros that are going to step up and be like, hey, yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing for a living, guys. This is what I do for a living, my job. Like your mom and dad have a job, they go do that. This is my job. So this is my office. This is what I do. And I've earned my spot to get to this because I have sponsors, multiple sponsors, who either A, give me a big discount on this stuff, or I get it for free. B, I can afford it because I've taken a check or two or three or five or whatever it may be. And C, like I said, it's just about what I do for a living. There needs to be anglers that come out and be like, start over. Like, remember my video with B-Lat? What he used to run? I mean, you should have that guy. Message that guy. He'll tell you exactly what he used to run, or what his dad used to run. All these pros should come out and be like, hey, this 3 units at the console, or 3 units at the bow and 2 at the console, it's all cool. But you should really start with a single and learn how to get really good at it. And earn your making the cast, feeling the bottom. All right, I know what that is. I know that that's a shell. I know that that's pea gravel. I know that that's chunk rock. I know that that's sand. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm seeing. We all know that forward-facing, live action Jupa is going to be the deal, and that's how people are winning. But what happens when they ban it? I mean, if we ban it, then we really bring the real fishermen that understand. I'm not saying you guys that can read that shit aren't real, but I'm saying the guys that can make a cast and understand what the bottom's like because they're dragging a football head or a Carolina rig on the bottom. They know what that bottom is. That's how I was raised, and I'm not saying how I was raised doing it was the right way, because back when we were using X15s or whatever, X75s, and they were barely seeing bottom correctly. What you guys have today is like me going home, putting my feet up, turning cable TV on. I mean, that's like real. So, and it's like when they created the motion duck for duck hunting. I mean, everybody became a duck hunter because it wasn't hard anymore. You didn't have to go quack quack. You just, birds come in, bang, kill them. I get it. It's technology, but I just love what those two guys are doing. John Cox and his Crestliner winning. It's huge. Those are huge deals to me. And I'm not a tin guy. I'm not a tin guy at all. But I think if we're starting out, more pros got to be like these guys. And if you're not going to be like these guys, you got to be able to step up and go on your deal and be like, yeah, I want you should run this Humminbird, but you don't need $9,000 in Humminbirds. You just need this one and learn how to use it. Split screen it, know how to use it, save some money, win some tournaments, start doing good at the lower ends, then jump yourself in the mid-range, then get yourself in the mediocres, and then get yourself up a little bit higher, and just enjoy the fishing, because it's gotten to be so bad that, and it's not like it's terrible, but it's becoming politicky, kind of, you know? It's like, I don't even watch it on TV anymore. I mean, I used to watch it all the time. I mean, if it was on, I was watching it. But I don't even want to watch it no more. I don't even want to watch it because of where it's going and how it's becoming. It's it's just so political. It's gotten political to me, and that's kind of why when these two guys won, it was like, that's really cool to me that they're doing that in that style. And I don't even know how many guys on tour are running tins. I'd really like to know that. I'd really like to know how many pros are running tins. That'd be really cool. We should ask you guys, if you guys know, comment below on how many guys are running these tins, because I'm not out. I'm not even watching it anymore. Because like I said, it's kind of like me, I'm puking in a bucket. It's like, it bothers me. It bothers me that to go fish a big tournament, I gotta have 37 words on my t-shirt, my pullover jersey that makes me look cool, because that's what I need.
Have to have your boat wrapped.
And you have to have your boat wrapped, and you gotta have a bunch of decals on your truck, and that stuff is all cool, but it's gotten so political. It's gotten out of control, and social media probably did that too. You know, YouTube probably did that type of stuff, made that be what it is. I get that. But for me to see like Gussie's boat and then, you know, Keith's boat with just like, it looks like just a sticker on the side and camo and a tin, and yeah, it's just cool. I watched Keith up there banging into rocks with that tin boat, and it was just like, yes, those are the days. That's what it should be, not wham, rock, oh, there's a rock, you know. It's just that to me is pretty cool. That to me is cool. And to watch a bunch of guys roll out in 250s and that stuff, and obviously they knew he wasn't going to be fishing main water to where everybody else was going to be, and when he showed up in that. But he's got a bigger Gator Trax with a 250 also, right, Jordan? So it's not like he's got a little, but it's another 10. But I know that boat's expensive. We know that boat's super expensive. But Gator Trax builds an awesome boat, guys, an awesome boat. So I think what I'm trying to say is, I think if you're starting out in this venture, or maybe even you've even gotten into it a little bit, I think I'd take a look at some tins. I mean, I really would. I'd start looking at them tins, and just to enjoy what you're doing, because if you're gonna go on tour, you're gonna beat that boat you're gonna beat it, okay? I work on tour guys' boats. They're not like mint when they come back. They get beat, and we got to repair them, and we got to fix them, and we got to make sure the stuff is perfect again before they go. I mean, it's just like, I mean, everybody's been to tournaments usually, and you go to those big guys, their skags are broke off, their props are bent, you know, stuff is missing off the wrap. It looks like it folded it up. I mean, but that's their office, so that's what they're gonna do. But I think when it comes down to it, if it's me and I'm starting out and I'm a young high schooler, I'm gonna set my dreams at making sure I got the right tackle. I'm gonna set my dreams at making sure I got the equipment I need, and make sure I got some money in my pocket, and I'm not running up a credit card that's through the roof. And I'm gonna get a boat that I know I can afford, or my family can afford, or whatever it may be. And if that's a tin boat with a 90 on it, it's a tin with a 90. If it's a tin with a 75, it's a tin with a 75. But you got a 112 on the front, or you got a power pole move on the front, or you got something good, trolling motor, you got yourself some sticks, you got yourself two electronics that are good working electronics linked together, and you're going and you're learning and you're justifying the fact that I may not make it, but I'm gonna give it everything I got. I'm gonna give it everything I got. And if I get to that point where I think now I'm going next level, I need a bigger boat, and what a better boat to learn in, right? What a better boat just to learn in. Oh, I hit bottom. Oh, you didn't take a chunk of fiberglass out this big. You dented the aluminum or scratched the aluminum. Going down the road, it gets full of dust and dirt or sand, or go through wet concrete or something stupid, or you get on some wet painted lines and it gets some, it's a tin boat, right? It's a tin boat. It's always gonna hold tin boat value. It's always gonna be a tin boat. And what a better way to learn how to run a boat, how to drive a boat. You can make a tin boat perform when you get in a bass boat. It should be pretty easy. You know, I learned on tins. I learned on a 14-foot flat bottom, extra narrow, extra shallow, with a 15 on the back. How do you make that go fast? You can't. You can't achieve speed on that. So I'm just happy. It was just really cool to me to watch those guys back to back, like within 3 weeks of each other. Boom, boom, two big tournaments done, won by tins, guys fishing, and pros. And I'm kind of calling out the pros here. I'm kind of calling out you big guys. I'm calling out like guys like Adrian Avita, calling out Tom Mansour. I'm calling out guys that have made contact with us, and just be like, you know, hey, I'd like to sit you guys down, you know, I'd like to sit you guys down, and I just want you to go over my boat, but I want you to go over, you guys should just be like, this is how I started, this is what I was doing, but I didn't have 8 units back then, I didn't have 6 units, I didn't have 5 units. I get this stuff discounted, people. And some of you guys don't. I get that. Some of you guys don't, and you still spend your hard-earned money or your winnings on that stuff. But you gotta understand that we gotta keep these high school and college kids in check. And this type of wins are good wins for the industry. That's what I'm saying. These type of wins are good for the industry. They're great to keep the kids in check of who they could be. And you guys that are coming up and you're just getting into your big boats, you've been in your big boats, make sure you see those kids, pull them aside, be like, you know, I love that you're in the sport, but don't wreck your dreams by wrecking your bank account because you went and just piled it all into something that you took a 30-year note on. Don't take a 30-year note on a boat. Don't do that. That's designed for homes, people. But as these boat prices increase to where a consistent $100,000 boat is going to be around, I think we're going to see more tins, Jordan. I really do. I think more tins are going to start showing up in these tournament trails, and I think it's a great thing. I think it's great for the industry. I think it's great because it keeps these big boats in check, gives these big boat companies in check. That's just kind of where I went with this thing today. I'm excited that we're winning in pro levels in tin boats, and it's not a bunch of, and you didn't hear a lot about it. Even the Classic, I didn't really hear a lot about was it because he was in a tin? I mean, I scrolled through my Facebook and it was like, here, there, maybe, you know, you get on some Instagram, maybe here or there, but it's not like it was big. And with Keith winning, it wasn't like, oh my God, all over. They showed some pictures, but it wasn't like crazy, you know what I mean? Because Gator Tracks ain't sponsoring the tournament trails. Lund's not out sponsoring those tournament trails. He wins in a Skeeter, or he wins in a Ranger or a Nitro, boom, right? Lights go on, everything gets crazy, but these guys win and it's like, we give them their little bit of stuff, and that's that politic portion. All right, that's that driver of the money, and I just love it. I love that these guys went and did it, and I take my hat off. I don't have one on, but you can see my bald head to both of those guys for winning in that style boat and taking it to the next level in my eyes and doing it their way. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad I didn't really do a review. I just wanted to kind of chat today about it. We do have new merch coming, another new shirt. It's got nuts. If you really believe it, it's got some nuts. It's got physical nuts on it. It's really cool. So it's gonna be an awesome shirt. I can't wait for you to see that. Coming down the pipeline, we got a good video coming up for these people? I mean, everyone's good, but we have like a really, really interesting one. We talked about an over-under icon, people. Anybody want that? We talked about that. Maybe we should comment on the over-under icon if you want that. That may shock you how I come out on that one. But that's in the works.
We're going to be filming a shop life. And,
We are?
And opening a package that was sent to us from a very loyal subscriber and follower of ours.
We are?
Yep.
Epic. When are we doing this one?
A couple weeks.
2 weeks. I'm holding you to it.
Yep.
Are we getting like a new shop life? So a new video in here?
Yeah.
Or are we cutting from the vault?
No, we're gonna shoot one.
Yes, this is great. Yep. Good timing too, spring.
Yep.
You should.
Not today.
Yeah, you should have been filming today. You would have gotten smoke. You would have gotten wires getting cut. You would have gotten boats not getting finished. Parts not showing up. That'd have been great. You should have done it today. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So we got a shop life in 2 weeks. I say next week we do it over under icon if the people vote for it. If the people comment over under icon, if we get enough, we'll go for it. If not, I got another thing in my pocket I'd like to talk about. Yeah, that's it. That's all I really got for you today. It's a good Friday to just go home and chill for the weekend. Hope it's warmer where you're at. It's cold as balls here today. Cold as balls today, this morning when we woke up. I had snow on the ground. Did you get snow?
Just like
I had about an inch and a half up there by me. Yeah, well, we had enough up there. It was cold, ice on the fucking windshields, pissed me off. I was actually happy. I was at a soccer game last night and I was rooting for it just because everybody pulls their boat out too early up here. But that's cool. It's all right. It's what it is. That's it. That's all I got for you. Make sure you go check out the merch. Get over there, Speed Money, because the time's running out. If you didn't get yourself a Speed Money shirt, make sure you order one. Make sure you get online, get yourself one. New Nuts t-shirt. I'm gonna call it the Nuts t-shirt. Can I call it the Nuts t-shirt? What about wrenching on your nuts? No?
Yeah, wrenching on your nuts.
Wrenching on your nuts? All right, wrenching on your nuts t-shirt coming. It's pretty badass. And that's it. That's all I got for you. I'm just happy that 10 pros are winning and they're doing it in style and they're doing it their way. And I hope all you pros just take a minute. You're seeing those high school kids that have dreams to be you. Tell them, pump the brakes. Are you doing how you can do it? Don't make mom and dad finance their house. to get you a boat so you can go live your pipe dreams, which most parents will do. You got to remember, it's like making the NBA. You can ask Adrian Avina what kind of road it was, probably. You could probably talk to B-Lad about what kind of road it was. You could probably talk to Tom, who's been fishing forever, about how it's not the easiest road in the world and the money spent to get to that point. Any of these pros should be honest with you and be like, it's not like you get in a boat and you win a tournament and you're like there, all right? We have a pro here in Mike Brigham, who could probably go do it, but he chooses not to because, like you said, you heard the video, you know, and that guy is true to what he's saying. That guy is he's not blowing any smoke up your ass whatsoever. When he speaks, that's the truth, and that's just how it is. So make sure you just go talk to these pros. You know, I love the idea of youth in these sport. I love it, but I hate the idea of them spending $120,000 on a boat that could be busting the bank and possibly wrecking your dreams because you can't afford to keep going. You know, you don't have to be those guys. They've earned that spot to get to there. They've worked their tail off to get to that office. And when I say that office is a big boat, they've worked. They've started at the bottom, and it just didn't happen in 1 year. It just it takes that point, all right? Some of you guys get lucky and cash out and maybe get a chance, get an opportunity, but it's not an easy road. It's not an easy road. So that's all I wanted to really kind of just say. I just see too many young kids going down the wrong path, and I think it's the path of they're good anglers, they're quality anglers, but they're fishing local tournaments and they're buying $100,000 boats, and if as boat companies, if you're watching this, you just take care of those people, take care of those kids if you want them in the industry. Make sure you're taking care of the high schools. You know, if you're a boat company, if I was a boat company, I would literally like every year I'd pick a school that I'd be donating a boat to so that they had a boat. You know, just here's a gift from us. We want to donate it to you, and you know, you guys as big manufacturers, you should do that. You all just come together for one reason, to take care of the youth and take care of the sport, and be like, all right, we're all coming together. Nitro's donating one, Icon's donating one, Phoenix is donating one, Skeeter, everybody's donating one, and we're going to take care of 5, 8, 10 schools this year, or 20 schools, and the next year we'll do 20 more, and it's just that kind of thing. And they can send in their entry to be part of this. That would be the best thing for this industry that I've ever seen, that they actually come together and work together and don't work as enemies and be like, I'm selling more boards than you, la-di-da-di-da. I mean, Johnny Morris, you listening? Why don't you get that going? Take White River and take it to the next level and take it. I know you guys probably do this stuff, but as a complete huge industry, get together and be like, let's go take care of the youth in fishing and make sure that they have boats, that these high schools have boats, that these colleges have boats, and let's make sure that they get them for next to nothing. You should be able to do that. You sell enough boats and you're getting $120,000 for them. Once again, I'm calling out you, big industry. Quit being scared. Step up to the plate. Help them out. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Jordan, anything?
Nope.
That's it? Am I done?
Yep.
Checking out?
Yep.
Peace. I'm out. That's not how I end, but I'm done. Is that good?
Go through it.
Cool. As always, comment, subscribe, and make sure you click that notification bell to witness the madness that I call speed, money, no brakes. Get your t-shirt before they're gone. I'm out. See ya!